California, and you're at the packing district. I think the building represents a classic California Sunkist orange factory. We've had many of these buildings across our state. Unfortunately, many of them got burnt down because they're wooden structures. And so we're very fortunate for the city of Anaheim to have preserved this building and not tear it down and build condominiums or anything different. It's a 1919 building, and we literally just took it apart like an old ship and put it all back together. So it's all original material, original floors. The building sat empty for 30 years, and it was used for an ice house that was like an ice making company that was in the back end of the building. So we've had the opportunity to preserve it and really used our past to celebrate the future, and brought back the culinary artisans to revamp and basically reprogram the building.
Nestled in the heart of Anaheim, the packing district encompasses 4 historic landmarks, including a 2-acre farmer's park. But the main ingredient is the Anaheim Packing House, one of the last remaining citrus packing warehouses in Orange County.
Anaheim, California actually was a big citrus producer. Before that, actually, it was settlers from up north. And the story to be told is that Levi and Strauss family actually, when they moved to America many, many years ago, they brought musicians from Europe with them. And they gave them a couple-year contract because there was no symphony back then. And when the contracts came out, those musicians got into their horses and dune buggies, and they came down here to Anaheim, and they basically made Anaheim their home. And they were in the beer and wine business because there was no music down here, so they were farmers in a sense. And so I think we have a rich history here in Anaheim of agriculture.
Housing a 100-year history, what was once an Anaheim Orange and Lemon Association packing house has been historically preserved and retrofitted, reopened in 2014 as Orange County's original food hall.
There's over 30 restaurants, so there's different types of food. We really celebrate an international host of foods here. We have a wonderful selection. What I love about the presentation here is most of them are just local operators. Many of the recipes are from old families, such as George's Restaurant, for instance. And so it's really been just a fun, wonderful addition for the neighborhood. The stories that come out, they talk about their families and grandparents that used to work at the citrus packing house, and it's really fantastic. I think the other part is the idea of really bringing the community together. Again, this community has been here for a long time, and there's just different generations, and so this has become their backyard, and this is their downtown.
All around the food hall, visitors will find historic nods to the building's ag history, including one feature which is off the rails.
Originally, that's where they packed all the oranges here within the building, and then they basically just put them on the train cars and shipped them across the country. And so we brought the rails back, and we brought the train back, and we made it into a patio seating area. Authenticity was really important for us. Again, this really was truly a celebration of the building and its culture. We worked with a historical architect, so like every change in here really had to get approved historically, including where we're standing. The ground level was very low because it's just basically a packing facility. And so we revamped it by opening up cutting the floor open and activating the downstairs. So it really became a more functional building for today's needs. The idea of really preserving the structure and celebrating its history.
And with that vision in mind, the Anaheim Packing House has become a vibrant community hub that fosters social equity and a strong sense of local community.